Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. We are CG3 of 2020-2021 academic year. I am Mackenzie Gard. I will be presenting today along with my fellow CG members, Aubrey Oderkirk, Yair Spraggins, Abhinav Janapareddy, and Malik Salman. We'd also like to give a thank you to our fall semester members, Tiffany Irke, Joyce Kapali, and Jake Regal for their efforts. And also a special thanks to our CG facilitators for the year, Ibi Fadayomi and Olivia Oni. So our agenda for today, we'll give you a brief introduction into We Help War Victims and their mission, our personal internship, and the task overview, including the medical mission that we worked on, interview transcription, museum artifacts, as well as some challenges that we encountered and the impact of COVID-19 through this academic year. Finally, we will wrap up with some team takeaways, and we hope you enjoy our presentation.
Yeah, so just to introduce We Help War Victims. So this nonprofit does work both in Laos and Wausau, Wisconsin. And it's led by Jim Harris, the founder of the organization. And so some historical context here, there are about 250,000 Hmong in the US, and most are refugees who fled from Laos in the aftermath of the Vietnam War. And many of them face persecution because of their involvement or perceived involvement with the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States. And many Hmong communities are marginalized communities, both in the US and in rural Laos. So the main focuses of the mission of We Help War Victims is one, to help Lao villagers receive medical care that they don't have access to for a number of different reasons, for birth defects, illnesses, etc. Two, remove unexploded ordnance, which are leftover landmines, bombs, and so on from the Vietnam War that are still actually active in villages in Laos, and they do active bomb removal. And the third goal here is to reconnect Hmong refugees in Wausau, Wisconsin, which is where a lot of the Hmong refugees have settled and where the organization is headquartered. And so the goal is to reconnect a lot of the refugees there with lost relatives who are still in Laos. And then lastly, they're looking to educate the youth, preserve culture, and they do this primarily through their museum in Wausau and through the establishment of libraries, schools, and educational institutions in Laotian schools and more generally in rural Laos. So those are the main sort of goals that We Help War Victims has.
So over the course of 2 semesters during our internship, we took on many tasks. What we're doing currently right now is the museum artifacts. So we're creating catalogs of different museum items. And last semester, we transcribed interviews for We Help War Victims. And then just the beginning of this semester, we started this medical mission to reach out to potential venues and different surgeons to help a young Laotian girl receive medical care. And then also last semester, we reached out to potential locations where we could sell Laotian coffee beans, and those are like local businesses. For the speaking engagements, we attempted to reach out to potential areas where Jim could potentially speak at, and then spread the mission of We Help War Victims.
So as mentioned before, one of our tasks was concerning a young Laotian girl who had a rare medical condition. So we worked together as a team to find potential opportunities for her to get the medical care that she needed. This was achieved by one, providing a medical report on the condition to assist Jim, who is the founder, with taking the necessary steps. And a second task that we did was contacting surgeons and physicians nationwide to find potential locations for surgery for the young girl.
Another project that we worked on were interview transcriptions. We Help War Victims works closely with the Hmong community in Wisconsin, and Jim has developed relationships with many individuals and has had the opportunity to conduct interviews with them about their experience back in Laos, as well as stories about their departures from their homes. Many community members and elders opened up about their experiences during the war and the hardships that they faced when they were forced to flee. Our team was able to watch the videos of these incredible people and transcribe their dialogues for future generations. The stories were emotional and moving, giving a new perspective on the tragedies of the war and the immense strength of the Hmong community. We also got a chance to work with the museum. So during his many trips to Laos, Jim has acquired a multitude of cultural artifacts. Each artifact has a record of their cultural significance, helping both to preserve history and allow others to learn more about Hmong culture. Jim's witnessed many of these items being used in Hmong, Lao, and other ethnic communities firsthand, and accompanies each artifact with a picture of them in use. He's also interviewed locals to record their experiences with each item. The artifacts were once displayed in a museum in Wausau, Wisconsin, but unfortunately, this year, the museum had to be relocated to a new building. Our team assisted by digitally cataloging the museum inventory. We reached out to museum curators, both here at the University of Michigan, as well as in other states, to establish a flat database to easily organize the artifacts details and to help the transition to the new museum location. Jim hopes that one day he can establish an online catalog with the inventory, which can be viewed by many and extend the awareness of the Hmong people.
Working with We Help War Victims was a very impactful time, but we faced some challenges. One of the main challenges that we faced was concerning the impacts from the COVID-19. This affected our coffee and then our speaking engagements projects. It hindered our ability to reach out to coffee shops in hopes of selling the coffee beans. And it also affected our, the engagement opportunities on campus that were, because not so many were available. And another challenge that we faced was the medical task. It was particularly difficult to decide how it would be possible to get over the administrative hurdles to allow the young Laotian girl to receive surgery. And the second challenge was there were logistical hurdles associated with how either the girl or the surgeon could travel during the pandemic.
So some team takeaways that we had from this academic year through our partnership with We Help War Victims. This partnership enabled us to appreciate the impactful mission of We Help War Victims, which was previously stated in this presentation, the numerous efforts put forth to help war victims by Jim and his colleagues, the profound purpose derived from finding small ways to help impact the world, how to work as a team towards a common yet abstract goal, especially in these uncommon times, and commitment and persistence also as essential qualities when engaging in this type of global problem solving. We thank you for listening to our presentation today. If you have any questions or would like more information on We Help War Victims or how to get more involved, please visit their website at wehelpwarvictims.org, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.